Well, you're trying to get in shape, but now police need some thieves to shape up. In one day, 6 lockers were broken into at a single Anne Arundel County gym. ABC 2 News' Cheryl Connor tells us more.
It's the place to be this time of year. You get in shape at the gym, but someone out there has members of LA Fitness and Pasadena bent out of shape.
Well, I use a locker, but I don't put nothing valuable in it because I feel like only a fool leaves their valuables inside there.
In one day alone, this Tuesday, Anne Arundel County Police say someone broke 6 locks at the Jumpers Hole Road location and stole cash, credit cards, cell phones, an iPod, and even a Rolex watch. Don Williams' car was broken into on the parking lot a few years ago, but he admits it was a target.
My wife said she had left her purse. It was Christmas time. And she had left her purse in the back. We had an expedition, and I didn't realize her purse was in the back, and they saw it through the window, I guess, and busted the window.
Hello, my name is Raman Ball, and along with my group members, we have chosen to look at the issue of locker break-ins that occur at gyms. Locker break-ins are an important crime that needs more attention due to individuals losing their personal belongings while trying to obtain a healthy lifestyle. While looking at this issue, the gym has recognized that this issue is starting to become more prevalent recently. The 2 gyms that we would like to look at are Steve Nash versus Grandview Heights. I'll be passing it over to Jay to first explain the issue of locker break-ins at Steve Nash in Whalley.
Thank you, Raman. We are here at Steve Nash Fitness World on 103rd Avenue and 138th Street. And I will discuss the factors that could lead to potential problems in the parking lot and other external factors. But first, let's discuss the benefits of the parking lot. One of the biggest benefits is that there is one camera which is displayed above the Fitness World entrance. This oversees everything that happens in the parking lot and records the situations that may occur. Another clever idea about this parking lot is that it is a one-way exit. This is a potential benefit because this illustrates who goes in the parking lot and who is going out. Being able to see what is happening is important because then you can detect the situations and rectify it. Finally, the benefit of the parking lot is that there are no bushes or trees that disrupt an individual's view. Therefore, we can visibly see what's happening and if there are attempts of breaking and entering. Now let's focus on the negative factors of the external area. One big worry is that the parking lot is not generating enough light. This could lead an increase in hiding spots by individuals and can be dangerous for casual citizens who are trying to walk to their car. Recently, there has been an incident where people have been tampering with the locks of the gym entrance. So another negative factor is that there are no securities or law enforcement in the area. There are a lot of homeless and youth that walk around this area, and in some cases, these youths are members of the Steve Nash. However, these youths are the ones to be watching out for because they are more likely to sneak into locker rooms and try to break into lockers and take other people's belongings. The location of where the gym is another negative factor. In the heart of Whalley, where there are homeless people, shelters, and their abuse of drugs, brings the location of the gym is a negative factor. Also, there are many vagrant buildings in the parking lots where there is likelihood of citizens hanging out in these areas and constantly looking at the various targets around them. And the gym itself is in a dead end with no road and citizens cannot witness what is happening. Hence, breaking into the gym lockers is a big one. I will now pass it on to Kimmy, who will discuss the internal situations with positive and negative factors.
Thanks, Jay. Now I'll be talking about the internal factors. Steve Nash Fitness World has many internal factors that play either a positive or a negative role when dealing with potential factors of theft. As soon as one enters the gym, one is able to see multiple cameras around the entrance, all pointing in different directions. The cameras build the idea that everyone is being watched while coming in and going out of the gym. The cameras are not the only ones watching. All the employee desks are located in the front, where employees are also able to watch the entrance. As soon as you enter the gym, the first thing one sees is the front desk, where there is always an employee working. To the right of the front desk are 4 little offices for sales reps and personal training staff. To the left side of the front desk is the manager's office, which has multiple windows pointing towards outside and inside. All of the employees working here are able to see the full cardio area, the juice bar, the stairs to go upstairs, and the stairs to go into the weight room. The men's change room is located across the manager's office, which allows for the manager to see who's going in and out. There also is a camera right on top of the change room entrance. All of these things play a positive role in making sure that the gym is a safe place to be. The negative factors of the internal structure include the open entrance. The entrance is quite open, where when there is a rush, it makes it easier for someone to get into the gym since there is no gate. One is able to walk around the front desk to any part of the gym without scanning in. This can especially happen in the mornings when there is only one person working from 5:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. until the rest of the team shows up. The juice bar that is located behind the front desk is separately owned, where people visiting the juice bar do not need to scan in and just can go to grab something to eat or drink. This can be a problem because people using the juice bar may wander off to the rest of the gym. The weight room, ladies' weight room, and group training studios are closed off. Employees are not able to see what is happening there unless they are in that area. Bag storage plays a big role in theft. The weight room has open cubbies to place one's bags in while working out. The cubbies do not lock up, and everyone has open access to them. The cubbies are located right by the stairs that go into the weight room. Since the weight room is located as an L shape, it makes it harder for people at the end to monitor their stuff. There are also lockers located in the change room that you need to bring your own lock for. Many people leave their stuff in there without using locks or use cheap dollar store locks that can be easily broken open. Having lockers in the change room also make it hard to monitor them due to a lack of visibility. Another factor is there's a door located upstairs that allows for people in physio to enter the facility. This door is always unlocked and there is no one monitoring the door. This can allow for anyone to enter the gym. Now I'm going to pass it over to Ahmed to talk about how offenders are rational thinkers committing the offense of theft while breaking into gym lockers.
Thanks, Kimmy. Now I'll be talking about the rational choice theory. Rational choice theory adopts a utilitarian belief that an individual is essentially a reasoning actor who calculates the value of pleasures and pains. The rational choice perspective has been utilized to explain human behavior and generate criminal justice interventions. This theory essentially implies that an individual will make the decision to commit crime based on a rational consideration of the costs and benefits of the criminal act. In other words, the individual determines whether the pain or punishment is worth the pleasure or reward of the act, also referred to as the cost/benefit analysis. Humans will naturally act to maximize pleasure and benefit and minimize cost and pain, such as hedonism. This perspective has been applied to a wide range of crimes, including theft, drug use, vandalism, white-collar crime, etc. Now I will be talking about the pre-planning process. For an issue such as breaking into gym lockers, rational choice theory seems to be well suited in terms of explaining the conscious decision-making process of offenders or potential offenders, for example, a gym locker thief. As aforementioned, the rational choice theory maintains that crime is essentially calculated and intentional. Therefore, people who decide to break into gym lockers generally consider all the relevant factors, including an available and suitable opportunity/target, for example, an unsecured and unintended locker, a motivated offender, for example, this may include the need for money/valuable, and lastly, chances of being caught, for example, having no authority figure to prevent the criminal act. Moreover, the pre-planning/decision-making process of someone who is attempting to break into a gym locker involves them hanging around the gym locker room and observing the gym goers' behaviors/routines. This can include their gym schedule, length of exercise, etc. For example, a potential gym locker thief may wait for someone to take a shower and use this available opportunity to cut their lock and eventually break into it. The pre-planning process of a potential gym locker thief also involves them to learn and familiarize themselves with the various methods to break locks. Along with this knowledge, the potential gym locker thief will also make sure to be aware of his or her surroundings. For example, the potential offender will look out for any witnesses or authority figures, for example, a security guard, that may prevent them from committing a crime. Moreover, the offender may also consider the environmental design of the gym building itself. For instance, an offender may be more inclined to break into a gym locker if there is no surveillance, for example, security cameras, minimum visibility, etc. It is also possible for the gym to have potential problem areas such as access to gym entrance/exits, parking lot, steam, sauna, and shower rooms, etc. that may be designed in a way that a potential gym thief can take advantage of. Now I will be passing it over to Rav to discuss the punishment versus rewards analysis.
Thanks, Ahmed. I will be talking about the punishment and rewards analysis. The calculation of punishment versus rewards of breaking into a locker essentially depends on how motivated a potential offender is. Their decision to break into a locker will most likely be influenced by the maximization of individual pleasure. In this case, the pleasure for the locker room thief comes from being in possession of stolen valuable goods. These stolen valuable goods, such as money, iPods, credit, debit cards, and clothing items, can be things that the offender will resort to stealing by breaking into lockers in order to maximize his or her individual pleasure of being in possession of such valuable items. The potential offender will typically weigh the consequences and make a rational decision based on his or her chances of being caught and/or punished. Such offenders will determine whether the individual pleasure they will ultimately receive by breaking into a locker is even worth it. For example, a potential gym locker room thief may consider looking into the swiftness, severity, and certainty of punishment of breaking into a gym locker. If the offender feels that the punishment is too severe and outweighs the individual pleasure, he or she may refrain from breaking into a locker. Now I'll be talking about the lack of capable guardians in the locker area and how that plays a factor in this issue. The lack of capable guardians in the area in which the gym lockers are located plays a huge role in the prevalent theft that takes place. A mini hallway going into the locker room exists, which creates quite a bit of separation between whoever is in the locker room and the individuals who are working in the central part of the gym. Of course, there is no supervision of any sort in these locker rooms, which makes it rather easy for an offender to plan out their scheme. All the offender needs to do is make sure no other individual is in the gym locker room at the time he or she wants to commit the theft. It is obvious to assume that the offender would not go through with their crime if someone were to walk in or if there were a bunch of individuals in the locker room. Crime is committed usually in the absence of individuals and supervision, when there is a good enough time slot to plan the crime and get away with it. Now I'll be passing it on to Raman, who will be talking about how to solve this issue.
Thanks, Rav. Grandview Heights Aquatic Center is the newest and largest aquatic facility. This gym is located on 16855 24 Avenue. In the fitness center, there are lockers that are lockless and utilize keys instead. As a group, we felt that this gym proposes the best solution to help reduce locker break-ins. The big question here is why. To begin, I will start by explaining what keyless lockers are designed like, and this will help explain our point. These lockers require a coin, typically 25 cents, that you insert in the locker once you open it. There is no actual lock required for these lockers, and the outside of these lockers are completely flat except for the knob, and therefore lock cutters will not be an effective way to break into these lockers. After inserting the coin, you close the locker and lift the knob upwards so that the coin is now secure. When this is complete, you twist the key and take the key along with you while you are working out. There is a safety pin that is attached which helps prevent you from losing the key because you can attach it to your clothes. Once you are done working out, you can put the key back into the locker and lift the knob upwards again to open it. At this point, your coin is given back to you and the key is locked back into the locker. Visibility was another issue that raised concern for us. We wanted to note that the visibility of these lockers will also help reduce locker break-ins. The lockers at Grandview Heights are placed in an area of great visibility. They are placed right in the open, and therefore you can see the lockers while you are working out. This helps reduce locker break-ins because everyone will be able to see them out in the open. The lockers are also placed right beside the staff room, and a staff member is always in the gym. Therefore, individuals that break into lockers will be well aware that capable guardians are watching over them. We also looked at the cost for the lockers due to ensuring that these would be feasible for facilities to implement. There are 30 lockers, and the pricing works out to be approximately $1,250 plus GST each for a 2-tier locker. This is pretty feasible to ensure that the individuals that are utilizing this gym feel safe and their belongings are secure. Now I will be passing it to Jeff, who will be talking about other factors that contribute to this issue.
Gyms tend to have a discount membership for youth. This makes it more affordable for youth to have access to the gym. Establishments such as YMCA, 24-Hour Fitness, and Steve Nash gyms all have discounts for teenagers. This is because gyms want to promote a healthier lifestyle for youth. Since the price for gym memberships are cheaper for them, this increases the presence of youth in gyms. This also increases the chance of youth having to break into gym lockers. There are many news stories relating to youth breaking into gym lockers. These stories about locker thieves are located in Canada, the United States, and other parts of the world. The abundance of news articles about the issue shows that the youth breaking into gym storages and lockers is a common occurrence. This is not something out of the ordinary. In terms of other crimes, breaking into lockers is an easy crime to commit. It is considered petty theft, but small valuables may be worth more in the eyes of teenagers. Compared to adult criminals, youth may believe this type of crime yields a higher reward. Because it is not a violent or serious crime, teens may take the risk and break into gym lockers. There are many websites and online forums on the internet that provide advice for the homeless. Many of these websites recommend homeless individuals to purchase a gym membership. Here is a quote found on the internet relating to homelessness and gym membership. If you're in it for the long term, a gym membership is the only way to go. I had one with 24-hour fitness for the 5 years I was outdoors, and I calculate that it cost me under 50 cents a shower. Well worth it for a good shave, bright lights, hot water, and on top of it, I learned yoga and stayed in shape. It was also a nice, warm place to go when it was cold or stormy out, and I just needed to get out of the weather. Joining a gym gives the homeless a place to shower and stay clean. Gyms that are open around the clock also give a safe place to be legally in. One of the biggest concerns of homelessness is staying safe. Having your gym locker broken into can result in loss of important personal items such as credit cards and identification. When valuable items such as credit cards and identification is stolen, it can be a nuisance to cancel the credit card and identification. The individual will have to destroy all associated cards and checks. This is recommended because there is a fear that the thief would be using the money in the victim's credit card. There is also fear that the offender may commit fraud with the victim's stolen identification. What is worse is the possibility that the offender may commit a criminal act and blame the victim by leaving the victim's identification at the scene of the crime. When theft of personal belongings and identification has occurred, it is important to file a report with the police department. Breaking into gym lockers is a serious issue, and we must collectively find a solution to reduce this issue. While looking at Steve Nash and Grandview Heights, a feasible solution we found for this was to implement lockless lockers that are visible to individuals while working out. We hope this solution will take into consideration to these gyms as a crime prevention initiative.